I'm Pete from the SS&C Algo Client Success Team, and in this video I'll be doing a basic ACM installation. I'm going to be making a personal sandbox for ACM development purposes, and I'll be installing the installation manager. I'll also be installing the product using installation manager. I'll set up the properties file, I'll set up the security, we'll look at setting up the database schemas, the basic ones. Then we'll start the services hopefully and access the web interface. So this is going to be a very fast revision on how to install the installation manager itself. I'm just going to drill down into the distribution and start the user inst program. I want to install it as a user. This is going to be a personal sandbox, so I don't want to install the thing system wide. So there's a splash screen. Now all the steps are in here, and if you want to see what they are, just use the speed control in the little gear on YouTube. So thoroughly read the license agreement. And that's it, that should be installed now. Okay, so now I'm going to start Installation Manager so I can install the Algo Credit Manager product onto this machine. So just run IIM. While this is starting up, just to so there's going to be a couple of warnings that are going to come up during the installation. This is just to tell me that there are some other instances of this product already running on the machine. So I'm just going to drill down here and find the Linux installation and point to the repository config file. Yeah, the other warning is just about disk space for installation manager. So you might get these if you're doing a similar thing. Okay, so now it knows where the repo is, and it's found the products. That's one of the warnings I just highlighted there. Again, read the license agreement, and that's the other warning that I've just blurred there. So I'm just going to adjust this directory path to put it where I want it. Yeah, that's right, that's where I want it. And I think I'll just install one of these other products just for some purposes of the demonstration, FRL. So that's it. IIM will now install ACM, collect the files and put them under that directory tree. So just going to look at the instance properties file. This is the basic configuration file that ACM uses. And if I less this, you can see that the base port to the installation is there. It needs 100 contiguous ports to run. And this just says what we're using Oracle. Other databases are available. That's the Oracle URL I just highlighted. These are the schemas. I'm only going to be using a couple out of here. And these are security mappings. So I'm just going to set up the out-of-the-box security. So I'm going to add a key store. And I also need to make a trust store, which is to store SSL certificates. And I'm also going to create a password certificate for the AC service user. So I'm just going to start this off by making the security schema and the AC schema, which is the primary ACM schema. I'm using the simulate switch on all the database commands just to make sure that I've got it right before I actually go committing anything to the database. So these just set up the schemas, then we have to basically deploy the tables to the schema. So this is the initialized deploy stage, and this actually populates the security database with the out-of-the-box configs. Now we're going to run the create on the main database, which is again just populating the schema with basic table structures. So let's see if we can actually start the services up. So just trying to start the registry. This is the ACM brokerage service. Everything registers with this, so it knows where everything is. It's a distributed system, so it needs this model. And that's the Algo security server I've just tried to start, and looks like that's come up. That's good. And I'll just try and start the web services. That's good. Looks like that's all coming out fine. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll back through here, and I'm going to find the URL for the web GUI. There it is. And I'm just going to select that, and I'm going to drop it into my browser. So let's see whether we can actually start the GUI. Yep, so that's up and running. Yes, you need to set this profile up here. This just points back to web services, remote procedure calls. So I'm just populating that. It's an offset of 30 from the base port. And I'm going to use the standard out of the box algo user and password just to get into the interface. And that's great, it's come up. Fantastic. I'm Pete Evans. I'm a support engineer for the Algo product suite. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and if you could leave us some feedback, that would be awesome.